So today I'm going to prepare chicken tikka masala. Yes, I'm going to use frozen onion because it's easier. I don't think that fresh onion makes a huge difference. The same with coriander. In fact, a good tip that I can give you is that once this is frozen, you can do something like this, but you have to be careful. And then it will be broken down into pieces, and that way you don't have to chop it. So, you need things like the onion, coriander. I'm going to use this pepper. I like to do it with double cream, but you can also do it with full fat Greek yogurt or whatever you prefer. Some people do it with coconut cream as well, or coconut milk. I like using this tikka spice paste because it's easier. I'm going to use a little bit of this. I'm going to make some pure basmati rice, and yes, I'm also going to use frozen garlic. I think this works better than just the garlic that is in vinegar. Or of course, if you have time and want to chop everything, then feel free to do that. But I think these are the basic ingredients, and yeah, let's get started. So I'm gonna make this for 3 people, but I don't want a lot of rice, so I'm using just 200 grams, of course, depending on the normal amount is probably about 80 grams of rice per person, but I just don't want that much today, so I'm making 200 grams, or if we change that to ounces, we have about 7 ounces of rice here. And remember, when you cook the rice, the best way to do it is you need almost twice the amount of water, but not quite, just a little bit less than that. So in this case, something like 6.5 ounces of water. Sorry, no, about 13.5 ounces, 13 ounces of water will be enough. You add the water. Actually, one tip is you can spray a little bit of oil in the pot where you are making the rice so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. And then you add the water. It has to be hot. It has to be boiling, the water, before you add the rice. Then you add the rice, and then you turn it down to the lowest setting in the heating. Wait for 10 minutes, and then you turn it completely off. It has to have a lid, and then again you wait another 10 minutes, and then the rice should come out perfect. So I have the rice here. Another thing you have to make sure is that give it a little stir before you put the lid on, otherwise it will just not work properly. Now this is almost boiling, so I'm just going to set up a timer for 10 minutes, as I was saying before, in the lowest setting, and then I'm going to wait for another 10 minutes after that, and then the rice should be perfect. While the rice is cooking, I've already had here the onion and the chicken. Now I'm going to pretty much sear the chicken and then I've turned it, and as you can see, I made a mistake. I didn't buy cube chicken. You need cube chicken for this, so I'm just going to have to cut it with like spatula or something like that. I'll explain later. Now, another important thing, I spray a little bit of oil. I don't think you need a lot of oil, I'm just using this spray basically. And I have it on medium heat, and I think medium heat is better because things just don't burn. So you need to cook the chicken for about 15 minutes, but actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably cook it for about 10 minutes until everything is white and it's cooked inside. But then when you add the sauce, because it's going to simmer, then that finishes cooking the chicken basically. So yeah, remember this is medium heat, and in a bit I'm going to also add the garlic and the coriander. So as I was saying, the way you can just do something like this, and then that separates the chicken into pieces. I'm gonna give this another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to add, well, another 3 minutes. I'm going to add the garlic, and then another 2 minutes, and then I'm going to start adding the sauces. Okay, I forgot to add the pepper, but basically you dice the pepper and then you add it. I should have added it at the start when I add the onion, because the pepper takes some time to cook, but it's going to be fine. It has been here for like 5 minutes anyway, so I'm not gonna simmer it for like 15 minutes. It will be soft enough. There is no problem. Now, as I was saying earlier, you just have to kind of be careful with this, but basically you try to, it looks frozen, you just do something like this, and then it's pretty much like crush this coriander. Then you don't have to chop it, less cleaning, etc. And I think this is very convenient as well. You have already frozen chopped garlic. I think this tastes much better than the garlic they sell in vinegar. So yeah, I'll add about a tablespoon of this and like a third of bag of this, but also I'm going to add a small bag of the coriander. Remember that this is for 3 people. So I am about to add the chopped tomatoes. This is 400 grams. Remember, this is for 3 people. I'm going to add about half of this paste, half of the bottle of this paste. So it's about 100 grams. I'm going to add a teaspoon of this, and I'm going to add all of this double cream. Okay, so I added a teaspoon of the vegetable powder here in the chopped tomatoes can because I want to get all the tomatoes there. And I also added, well, the tikka masala paste, half of the tikka masala paste. And I'm going to add a little bit of water. I'm going to mix it and then I'm going to add it to the pan. Okay, so I've added all the ingredients, double cream, the chopped tomatoes, and I'm just waiting for it to simmer. It will simmer for about 6 minutes or so, and then it will be ready along with the rice. You can add more water if you don't want the consistency to be that thick, but I like this the current consistency, so I don't add any water other than the little amount I've used to for the chopped tomatoes to get out all the liquids.